Hey, sports fans. Video 6. I don't know what I'll do when I get to 100. Maybe I'll hold up cards. But this is video 6, and let's go through what we've already done. 1, we've decided to play Monopoly. 2, we've either gone to college or mopped floors. 3, you've picked your industry. You know what you want to try. Okay? Remember when I say try? If your first business works for you, you're blessed. God bless you, okay? Maybe if you watch all these videos, it might, but God bless you, okay? Before I hit it, my first 3 companies went belly up. And they went belly up hard. There was company number 4 that took off. And then I never had a failing company after that. Never have. I've had some losses, tons of losses, tons, but they've always bounced back, and I've never had my name on a company that's had to file bankruptcy, ever, not once. So, you've done your research on these guys now. You've picked the top 3 that showed up on Google, and you should by now have read everything, every single square inch of their website, every link down at the bottom, all them other things down at the bottom, all them other links. You check out every link, you read every single page, bios, everything, okay? You're done with that. Now you've moved on to your review phase. You've read every review on all 3 of those companies that you could scour on the internet. AI is getting really good at this. You can just ask AI. I know a lot of you are terrified of AI. Oh, it's easier than fucking Google. I'm sorry. It's easier than Google. It literally really is easier than Google. Now, yeah, it messes up sometimes. But back in the day when search engines started, holy mackerel, man. You could type in, I want to see a doctor, and which doctors in Africa would show up. So it's come a long way. And AI is probably smarter than like Jeeves was. If you don't know what Jeeves is, look it up. Okay, so you've read every review. You've made your list. The majority of what they like, the majority of what they don't like. This is all 3 companies combined. This is not picking one single company, okay? Now, you've got your list. This is your next step. One of my faves. You're going to be a customer. That's what you're going to do. It doesn't matter what this person does, okay? That doesn't matter what you've chosen to do. I'm going to just pick stuff. And this is going to be a long video. I'm just going to pick stuff, okay? If it's a restaurant, go eat at all 3 of them. Right? Go eat. Talk when you go in there. Ask questions. Friendly. You're not looking to show off that you're doing market research. Hey, I really like your pizza. How long have you been making it? What's your secret? I'll tell you what, a lot of these people will tell you. Oh, they're bragging. They don't realize they're talking to a competitor, a future competitor. They'll give you everything because that's just the way it works. There's other ways. Let's use another one. Let's use a plumbing company, okay? So you call this plumbing company and you say, hi, I'm Kevin. I'm actually calling for my father, and he needs this work done. And list somewhere, Google it. Google's what's a common thing that goes? Ask him, ballpark, what does something like that cost? Listen to what he says, how he talks. Does he give you a specific price, or does he give you a huge ballpark? How's this guy interacting with you? Is he now you know what you're doing, kinda. So does he make you feel warm and fuzzy? Whatever you like, you write down. Whatever you don't like, you write down. Same thing as we did in reviews, okay? Food truck, drug and alcohol treatment centers. Call all their admissions department. You're in the steel business? Call all your steel competitors and tell them that you're looking to purchase steel. Dude, they'll fall over themselves to pitch you. Everybody who owns a business wants you to buy. The worse the business is doing, the more desperate they are. When you really start to get into this practice, when you get into it, and here's how you practice. Call all them ones down below number 3. Practice on them. Just, what do you got to lose? You're not buying anything anyway. Are you pretending to be something you're not? Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you something. You're about to own a business, and unless you got a ton of money, if you got a lot of money, you don't need to listen to me at this point. Later on, we'll do some other stuff, but right now, you don't need to listen to me. So, you can be anybody you need to be when you're contacting these people, because when you open this company, you are going to be all of those people. You're going to be the CEO. You're going to be in charge of marketing. You're going to be in charge of sales. You're going to be quality control. You're going to be the accountant. You're going to be all of it. So you're going to be pretending that, because literally, you don't know how to do any of that stuff. You literally don't. I mean, you might know a little bit of it, and you'll learn through these videos, like, how to do it, but realistically, you probably don't know how to do all of those jobs. So going into your competitors and learning from them by posing as a customer isn't a horrible thing. So whatever industry you've thought of going into, somebody somewhere, chances are, does it. Even if, like earlier, we talked about unique businesses still fall into fields. And then you can do all the research on people that innovated that business or people that launched new products. You're going to launch a new product. I know y'all think you got the greatest invention ever the world needs, but having it in your head and taking it to a product where there's actually someone will give you money for it, that's a lot of outlay of cash. You got to have deep pockets. So, okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go out and we're going to pose as customers. And we're going to keep a list of everything that we liked about our salesperson. Doesn't matter if I talk to the owner. If the owner's not selling, if he's the only guy doing the sales and he's not selling, he's not the owner anymore. He's off working for somebody else. He's gone back to being a worker bee. You're going to do that. And then in the next video, I'm going to tell you one of the key elements of why we did all of this particular research, because it all falls under market research. So, peace.